Hello, you fellow humans of mine, friends. I'm messing this up. I just want to talk to you about something really important. I just got done hitting my stair circuit here at Howarth Park. I don't know if you can see that wooden deck of stairs there. And I'm using a phone that I don't really quite understand as far as trying to record things. So you might see me repeat myself. I don't know if I captured earlier footage or whatever. So I'm going to try to get right to the point. It's pretty difficult for me to talk about, but very important. Binge eating. Oh man, that's a hard one to talk about. Makes me feel very ashamed, dirty, disgusting. Nice view of the water there. But it's important to bring awareness about it. I think a lot of different kind of people suffer from it, skinny or fat, in shape, out of shape. As a matter of fact, people who, a lot of people who compete bodybuilding and body sculpting and stuff like that suffer from binge eating really bad because they cut down to a certain weight for the show, and then after that they're just out of control. So that's not my story. I'm not in any kind of competition for bodybuilding and I probably wouldn't ever want to be, even if I did get really cut. But I definitely suffer from binge eating. So let me try to be just as quick about this as I can. The reason I want to talk about this is I went on a 30-hour fast. I did it with my sister and our friend. And I broke it after 30 hours because I went to a birthday party on Saturday, and I knew I didn't want to be cranky at the birthday party, you know, and if I was still on my fast, I wouldn't, I just would be cranky. I just know myself. I wouldn't want to be around food and people and everybody drinking and carrying on and partying. So I broke my fast about 12 hours before I went to the party. And I didn't want to do it at the party because I knew I would have probably got out of control. Okay, so went to the party. They were serving street tacos and they were really good. It was excellent food. And what I would do in the past is probably, because when you're a binge eater, you want to hide it from people. And you're kind of in denial. I was in denial. Gosh, I'm trying to make this as fast as I can. I'm already at 3 minutes. So in the past, I go to a party, maybe have a little nibble in front of people, but then when I'd leave the party, I'd probably hit Jack in the Box, and then get closer to home, hit McDonald's. We're talking probably 2,500 calorie meals here, so I'm already up to 5,000 calories before I get home. Then when I get home, there's a train coming, so I'm gonna have to really speak up, I think. I don't know, I haven't edited a video on this phone yet. So then when I get home, I'd hit DoorDash or Uber Eats and order probably, maybe one or two of you of my 11 subscribers know Mimo's Mexican restaurant in Everett. And I'm not kidding, probably get about 4,000 calories there. So I'd binge eat probably about 9,000 calories. Okay, so why am I making this video? Last night, so I went to the party and I didn't nibble just a little bit, because I knew I was trying to break my cycle. So I had probably 4 tacos. I had some beans and rice, a little bit of chips. I had 2 cookies. And I really enjoyed the flavor. I tried to eat slow. I didn't drink any alcohol. For one thing, it makes me sick to drink now. And number 2, my binge control eating is out the window if I drink alcohol. It's gone. So, okay. Luckily for me, I was able to stop the habit of drinking, but that's a whole nother story if you guys want to hear about that. It's really not that interesting. I just stopped. Some people have a harder time. Fortunately for me, I didn't. Okay, so I ate until I was pretty full, and I was like, okay, I've had enough. But when I went home, because it's such a habit, I don't know why I did it. I did binge last night. I got a large chocolate milk that was roughly 800 calories. I got a package of chocolate donuts. I don't know how many calories that was. Let's say it's 1,000. And I got a chocolate pie that was 500 calories. I may have had something else too. I can't remember. So I probably, let's say I had 3,000 calories. Now I'm happy with myself because I didn't do 8,000 calories, but I still did binge. So the problem is still there. I'm at 5 minutes. Sorry guys, I'm really trying to make this fast. Okay, let me get to my point. So what I did this morning, this morning 3 p.m. is my morning because I work nights, but when I woke up, I felt kind of sick, a little disappointed in myself. I didn't feel hungry, but I ate anyway. I ate an orange and I ate a banana. And the reason I did that is because my old trick, like being at parties and not eating in front of people and go home on the way home and binge eat. Also during my work week, I'd restrict my eating. And I'd eat about 8 eggs a day, all when I got home from work. And I'd lose weight during the week. I work a pretty physical job. I work 12 hours. And I'd lose weight. Sometimes I could get down to like 340 pounds. By the time the weekend was over, my 3 or 4 day weekend was over, usually right back up to 355, sometimes even 360, 365. That's how much I'd binge eat every day. Because I was on a quote unquote diet. That's a bad word, diet. So here's the cycle. Restrict, binge, restrict, binge, restrict, binge. I was restricting my calories. By the end of the week, I was out of control because my body was basically rebelling against me. You can't diet. Okay, you can't diet. If you wanna, I personally choose not to because I like to eat a lot of food, and so I choose vegetables over McDonald's. But you can eat McDonald's, man. You just, for one, don't restrict yourself. Number two, if you are going to eat McDonald's, keep track of your calories, man. You can either have a McDonald's burger or you can have broccoli with some salt and seasonings and butter. Sometimes I'll even throw cheese on me. I just love the death out of that, man. And you can have more of that. So you don't want to restrict yourself. You don't want to tell yourself, I can't have that. I'm at 7 minutes. I'm trying, guys, as hard as I can. So my point is don't diet. Don't restrict yourself. If you have a binge eating problem like I do, the last thing you want to do is get to a point where you're hungry. Sure, it's okay to get hungry a little bit. I'm not saying that you don't ever want to fast and stuff like that and get hungry, but you just got to be mindful. It's like, okay, you got to slowly eat. Mindful eating, that's a whole nother subject. Don't eat with distractions. I still do, but I'm practicing not to. And if I do decide to have a dessert, I eat it very slowly. I focus on the taste of it and the texture of it, even the smell, and I just really enjoy it. I'm living in the moment. Because if I watch TV, I'll look at the bottom of the container and it's gone. And I didn't even really enjoy it. So my point is don't restrict, don't diet. Shoot, you know what? I might even stop counting calories. I'm using MyFitnessPal app right now, and that's really working for me. I think for a while I will use it. I'll tell you where I'm at right now. I'm at 335 pounds right now. 2 years ago, when I started my job, I was probably about 385. So I'm down to 335, which is still just incredibly morbidly obese. Just terrible on your heart, terrible on your body. So I got a long way to go. So partly why I'm doing this is I want to just share my story with you. And number two, I'm trying to hold myself accountable, and it helps. If I'm back up to 385 next year, I let me down and I let you guys down. And I don't want to do that. I want to be happy, and the way to be happy is you are in control of your own happiness. You cannot rely on other people. I was missing my ex-girlfriend for years, probably about 10 years now, and I was blaming her. It's not her fault. My happiness is in my own hands, and I'm feeling a little happier now. I'm starting to feel pretty good. I just hit these stairs down here at Howarth Park, and I was surprised. I mean, I only did like 2 flights or whatever, 2 trips. I thought I was going to die, but wow, actually it was pretty easy. I have a feeling I'm going to get in pretty good shape here if I keep at this. But for me, it helps to hear people's stories of how they used to binge and what they used to binge on. And mine is Yeah, I'd hit 3 fast food joints. I lived at 7-Eleven. On the way to work, I'd probably have about 800 calories in junk food. At lunchtime, I'd hit McDonald's. On the way home, I'd hit McDonald's. I'd spending about $40 a day in junk food and eating probably about 4,000, 5,000 calories a day. Unless I was doing